It is currently NFL playoff time, which means the kicker position can easily be one of the most important positions on the field at any given moment. And that's what made me intrigued with this position. So I thought of the idea of making my own kicker career mode, and that's what I did. I created a kicker, and then I looked at the ratings and saw what teams actually had a kicking need, made a wheel out of those 6 teams, and decided whatever team it lands on is the team that my kicker will play on. And it landed on the Indianapolis Colts, which, if you know anything about football, Adam Vinatieri, one of the greatest kickers of all time, played for the Indianapolis Colts, which makes a very cool coincidence, to say the least. And here he is, Cash Williams, 5'10", 170 pounds, out of North Carolina A&T. Now here's a little background about Cash. He actually played wide receiver in high school, and kicking was just something that he did to help the team get through and get extra points so they wouldn't have to go for 2. But freshman goes by, sophomore year goes by. Next thing you know, Cash is slowly getting better at this kicking thing. But he didn't want to go to the next level for kicking. He wanted to go to the next level to be a wide receiver. But no team was really able to take a chance on him because they were scared about his size and below average hands, which forced Cash Williams to go to North Carolina A&T to become a kicker. Now, after spending 4 years for North Carolina A&T, Cash Williams, hands down, became the best kicker to come out of that program. Now, he would have never thought something that he did on the side would be the reason he's getting a shot at the NFL. So after finishing up the draft, he obviously didn't get drafted, but the Colts called him up and said, "We have a need for kicker, and you can potentially fulfill that." So they're giving him a preseason spot to potentially make the 53-man roster to be the kicker for the Indianapolis Colts. So I decided to get on the training facility a little bit and go ahead and get a feel for Cash's leg, see how far he can go, see how accurate he is and whatnot. And he is not the most accurate. I've done that on purpose, try to create him to be a little raw, so it'll definitely be a challenge to hit these extra points and stuff like that. But also, he's got to compete with 2 other kickers. As you can see there, I just whiffed the kick there. But so he's got to compete with 2 other kickers. So I'm just trying to go ahead and make sure that he's able to be productive and kick. So in our first preseason game, we have a chance for an extra point here. And that kick is going to be good. But I'm going to try not to show too many extra points unless I have to. So our offense was stopped here. And I mean, that's not the greatest thing, but it's good because it gets us an opportunity to take a 52-yard field goal. And I'm not going to lie, I was a little worried, a little nervous because Cash doesn't have the best range and accuracy from 50, but we were able to get it to go barely. And even though it's the preseason, this is still a good start to our NFL career. But we weren't able to win. We lost 24-10. Good thing it's just the preseason, but Cash is looking good so far. Hopping right into week 2 in the preseason against Green Bay, has a 49-yard field goal opportunity here, and we whiffed it, man. Just left, way left actually, and that's just a stinker. About midway in the 4th quarter, we have an opportunity to tie this ball game up with a 37-yard field goal, and we're going to do just that. Cash Williams is going to take his time here, hit it right up the middle, and it's going to be a 10-10 ball game. But unfortunately, we fall to Green Bay as they get a field goal right back on their own, 13-10, and we're starting 0-2 in this preseason. And I know I said I wasn't going to really show extra points, but we really didn't get much action in this contest against the Bengals. We had an extra point here, and then we also had an extra point opportunity in the 3rd quarter here. So we had 3 extra points this game, but we were not able to pull out a victory against the Bengals, which sucks. But that makes us 0-3 in the preseason, and we're not looking good so far. So week 1 in the regular season, we're getting our first opportunity to make our first career field goal against the Miami Dolphins, and it's from 47. So we hit a 52-yard in the preseason, so I was feeling really confident about this kick. But I'm going to just be honest, a little bit of nerves happened once I got up on the field, and I'm going to be honest, I missed this one wide left, just off. But we're going to start 0-1 for the season. It's a 6-6 ball game after this touchdown from our offense, and Cash Williams was going to have an opportunity to make his first extra point of the year, and he did. Kind of showed it just so I can redeem myself. And besides that one field goal that we missed, all we had was extra points, but we destroyed the Dolphins 35-6. Week 2 here against the Denver Broncos, our offense went right to work, and we're going to have an extra point attempt here. We got full strength, so I was a little nervous, but we were able to get it to go right up the middle. So our offense was stopped, and it's a 14-7 lead, and we have an opportunity to extend this lead to 17-7, and we do just that. Cash Williams hits his first field goal attempt. Little right, but it was able to go in. And Cash is getting another opportunity here to pad up his field goal percentage, but honestly, things didn't go the way that we thought we did. We lined it up from 39, which should be an easy field goal attempt, but we missed it wide right, and I couldn't even believe what was happening here. And Cash Williams was going to start this season 1 for 3 from the field. We ended up winning 13-24 regardless of Cash Williams' mediocre performances, but man, we got to get this shaken off. Cash Williams is definitely feeling those misses for sure. Everyone knows when you're a kicker and you have a bad game, social media is not the place for you, but Cash Williams decided to be an idiot and look on social media, and he got a mouthful. Look at this comment. Bro, Cash Williams is lucky we are winning because he is straight cheeks. Can't even make a 30-yard field goal. LOL, this is hilarious. Hashtag garbage. 400 views, 38 likes? Oh, but it gets worse. Cash Williams has the leg of an amputated seal. Kick rocks. 100 retweets, 64 quotes, 3,000 likes, and 139 bookmarks. Goodness gracious. The Indianapolis Colts aren't even doing that bad, but people are just ripping into him. And if you thought it couldn't get any worse, it could. Cash Williams kicks have more plot twists than a soap opera. Hashtag Trash Williams. 20K views, 3K retweets, 400 quotes, 8.5K likes, and 1,000 bookmarks on this tweet alone. Lizard Salsa 14, bro, you got some issues, man. Cash is really getting what it's like to be an NFL kicker. So after our mediocre performances, I took a look at our morale, and it's -5. His kicking accuracy is in the 70s, and his kick power is in the mid-80s. So this 50-yard field goal will definitely be a challenge, but it's a chance to be our career high. Cash Williams gets just enough, and he was able to make it from 50 yards, just barely getting it in there on the left side. But we'll take it. Now, every kick, even these extra point attempts, means so much. Williams just has to show why he deserves to be on the NFL roster, and he does that by making this 17-10 with that extra point kick. We're not really getting much action in the field goal department, but I'll show you this extra point we got. This was the last kick of the game for Cash here, and it was good, and that's going to be a 31-10 win, and also a 31-10 victory for the Indianapolis Colts against the Tennessee Titans. And this will be our real first big test as we're taking on the Rams, 2 3-0 teams. They already scored. Our offense went back and scored. And we have a chance to tie the ball game here with this extra point. And we do right through the middle. Our offense was struggling pretty bad, but we were able to get our last kick of the game here to make it a 14-14 game. But we were not able to come out with a victory against the Rams, losing 14-21. But that's not Williams' fault. He's getting the ball through the uprights. So now in week 4 against the Raiders, we have a chance to tie this ball game with a 47-yard field goal. And this kick isn't automatic for us right now, but we were able to get it to go more on the left side. You want that more in the middle, but regardless, we got it. It hasn't been a good offensive day, but these kind of days get to let the kickers show their worth. And Williams does just that, hitting this 43-yard field goal to tie the game into the half. We've been getting a lot of action this game, and we have some more with a 46-yard field goal on the right hash. And I'm going to be honest, I was a little nervous. Late in the game, have to tie this ball game up 16-13, and we line it up from the right hash and get it to go to make it 16-16. But despite our efforts, we were able to lose this game? We choked this game against the Raiders 16-19. So after that good game, I just want to show y'all like how we're looking so far. We're kicking 71% from the field, which isn't great, but we're 100% from extra points, which is expected in the NFL. But let's go ahead and compare ourselves to other kickers in the AFC. Sorry about that. Show us in the AFC and just like where we line up right now. And there's a lot of good kickers that are struggling right now, but we're still on the bottom half in the AFC for percentage. And obviously, Fairbairn is one of the best, but Cameron Dicker's struggling 63% as well. He's a good kicker, and Sly's a decent kicker as well. Tyler Loop, the rookie on the Ravens, 60% from the field. That's not what you expected. He had a good season this year, but yeah, Andres Borgalis, 66, another rookie, someone else to keep an eye on throughout our career. And then there's Cash Williams, 71%, 100 from the field. So it's looking like with all the other rookies, we're kind of sitting in the same ballpark, just trying to adjust to that NFL lifestyle. All I know is we need to bounce back from this 2-game skid, and Arizona is a good team to do it against. We were able to start this game off with a score, and Williams gets the extra point as well. So we're on a roll. We're starting off hot. It's been pretty much PATs from this point. Not much action going on, but we got a comfortable lead here, and we're going to get this to go right through the middle like always. Even though this is super close, it's not an extra point. It's actually a field goal. We have an opportunity to bump that field goal percentage up, and we do just that, making it 31-7, making a statement here against Arizona. But Arizona was able to score one more touchdown and get a 2-point conversion, but we were still able to win 31-15. On to the next against the Chargers. We're able to start this game off with 7, as you know, because we're going to hit this extra point like we always do, and that kick is good. And we have another opportunity here towards the end of the half to extend this lead. We have a 31-yard field goal here, and you know Cash Williams is going to handle that. That's definitely in his range. Right on the left side a little bit, but it was able to get it to go. And that's going to be a 17-3 lead at the half. And we did not score any more points after this. We ended up losing 17-20, bumping us to 4-3. And now we're taking on the Tennessee Titans here, 14-10 win, and we have an opportunity here to make it 17-10, a 43-yard field goal, something that we've been real comfortable with now, hitting those 40-yarders. And probably we can start hitting 50s here, but regardless, we're going to line it up and we're going to get this kick to go to make it 17-10. And I did say earlier that I think we could start hitting longer 40s and 50s, and we have a chance to hit a 49-yard field goal. This is 1 yard shorter than our career high so far. And, we're going to line this up, take our time, because this is a longer field goal. But we're going to do just that. We're going to line it up, and we're going to get it to go right down the middle. And as expected, we were able to take down the Titans 34-24, bumping us up to 5-3. So I decided to go ahead and take a look, since we're halfway through the year, on where we stand in this kicker of the year. And out of 16 kickers in the AFC, we're 7th. So it's not that bad. We actually still have a chance to work our way up the rankings to win this award. So that's definitely the goal year 1. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up, man. I hope you liked it. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more. I'm enjoying this series, and it's actually so much fun. So I'll see y'all next time. Peace.